Yo, what is up guys? It's just Snuff here, and today I'm going to show you guys this really cool Battleship game in LEGO. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Now, before this video starts, I do recommend you go check out my good friend TAY BRIX Channel. Now, he was Bunny Bricks before, but he just recently changed his name, so I kind of had to redo this whole thing. But pretty much, he is a MOC builder like me. He just builds a lot more things than mainly cars. He builds so many other kind of different MOCs and designs, and I think they're really cool, and I think you guys should definitely check him out. He also live stream like once or twice a week, and I'm always on those, so if you guys want to chat with him or talk to me or just come to have a good time, you guys should definitely check out his channel. But yeah, now onto the video. So yeah guys, as I said, this is pretty much a classic Battleship game built in LEGO. Now, me and TAY BRIX actually built these together, and we do play around with these on his live stream, so you guys should definitely go subscribe to his channel, and maybe you guys can join in on those streams and play with us too if you build one, or you can just suggest like what places we should guess. But pretty much, if you don't know what Battleship is, it is pretty much a board game where you kind of guess where your opponent's boats are, the location. So you guess like 4 down and like 3 over, and pretty much if you guess it right, take like a red pin and place it in that area you said. If it was a miss, you would use a white peg, but here I use white 1x1 bricks and white 1x1 like cylinder bricks for the miss pieces, and then for the hit pieces I just use some orange and red studs, well, translucent orange and red studs. So yeah, let's go on to like the exterior and how it all looks before I go into like all the features and stuff in this little display. But as you guys can see, here are all the battleships. This one right here is the aircraft carrier. This one right here is the destroyer. This is the submarine. This is the cruise. This is the defender, I think, and this is the cruiser. I might have mixed these two up, I'm not too sure, but I tried to base them and look how they actually look in the real game. I tried to do my best for that, but I mean, I think they look really nice. For the actual water area down here, I used different assortments of blue. Of course, the regular one, the dark azure, the clear or the translucent light blue, and then the medium azure right here. It adds some texture and color, like the shallowness of the water and the reflections of the sky. It adds more detail into it, and I really like how that looks. Kind of does peer out on the sides there. That's not really a little like camera friendly, but I mean, I think it's nice. And there's a little dark green here showing 2 to build 16x16 plate as well, and then to kind of stand it up, I did bricks. And moving on to the back, mainly because this fell off the support on the back. This isn't really that camera friendly, you know, with the red, the dark green, and the yellow. Those were the only plates, like big plates I could use for that. But you guys can see how I have these stands on some hinges, so you can move them around as you please. But I mean, I think that looks really nice. You can adjust this however you want as well. And this one, this kind of board right here, this is where you mark where your opponents guess. So if you guess, like, as I said, 4 down, 3 over, this is where you would mark your opponent's locations, and this is, of course, where you'd mark your location. So if the opponent guessed, like, 2 down, 2 over, then you would mark, you know, where they hit or missed right here. But the actual Battleship game has a 10x10 layout, so it goes like from the letters all the way to A to like J or K. I'm not really too sure. I'm not going to count now. And then of course 1 through 10 for the down. But this is we built ours on a 16x16, but then we cut it off to make it a little smaller, to make it a 14x14. One thing that kind of stands out is for our battleships, we actually use jumpers, which of course take 2 space. So let's say I guess 3 down, 4 over for my opponent's ship. Let's say his ship is right there, and I guess 3 down, 4 over. That would be a hit because the jumper takes up 2 spaces, so it's still like in the proximity of that jumper. So I would mark, so he would mark that, so I would mark it on his with an orange translucent stud to show a hit. Now next time, let's say I guess 3 down, 3 over. It's still in the proximity of that jumper, so I use red studs to kind of mark that, to kind of show that I've already hit that location, and it just helps you remember instead of using 2 orange studs. That kind of throws it off and makes it a little bit confusing, so red studs kind of help distinguish that from everything else. But now onto the main features. As you guys can probably tell, I use hinges right here, so the whole thing does close like that. If you take the ships out, it'll close completely, but I mean, fits really well with the ships inside. Of course, again, it's not really that camera friendly here. If you don't want these to stick out, you can just turn these around like that, and I mean, that makes it a little bit better. I guess you could use the 2x2 jumpers to do that. I just did not have any on me, and I put that on right there. Then you can bring this up, adjust it to however you like, and I'm actually gonna close that again until I can take these cartridges out. So if you guys have probably noticed, there's this little white kind of container right here, and if you take that out, it's only held on under there by 2 1x1 plates right there. But these are all the white pieces you guys can see here. There's an assortment, just 1x1 bricks and 1x1 cylinder bricks, mainly because I didn't have enough 1x1 cylinder bricks, so I just used 1x1 bricks, and I made a nice pattern right here. But I mean, it doesn't really confuse me that much. So that's the cartridge for all of those, and then there is another one right here, if you guys can kind of see that, and this one holds all the orange and the red studs. As you guys can probably see there, we have some red, some translucent orange right there, and I also put in like some flame pieces. They're not really useful, but I mean, I think at the time I thought they were, but after playing the game I realized they weren't. But I mean, I just haven't taken the time to take those out yet. But here are the cartridges, kind of built them kind of nice. There's some Technic pieces, some Technic bricks I use mainly because I didn't have any regular bricks, so I just used those. But there's some holes on the side you guys can see. This one, of course, right here, this gap holds this. But another thing you can do with the studs is you can attach this to the front right there if you don't want it to move around, you guys can see. But it's kind of hard to take these out, so I would recommend just taking it out completely, taking some bricks out, then where you've cleared some of them out, you can put it in so you can have some hand space or some finger space to get those pieces out. And there's also 2 gaps on the side here to attach this. You don't really need finger space since they're not connected. You can just pick them up and take them out. But I mean, there's one on either side for preference wise. I don't really know which one I use it in, mainly the right, because that's kind of my go-to one. But yeah, I mean, that's it for the features. Again, this one kind of just tucks in nicely right there, but this one kind of takes a little bit more work. If you flip it over, all the parts and all the studs will come out. But you can put that in, it lines up pretty well with the rest. This one is really lining up, I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much my Lego Battleship game. Again, if you want to see me play this with some of my friends, you guys can check out TAY BRIX Channel. We normally play this on streams. It's our thing now, kind of like a tradition we've come up with now. But I really like this whole game, and I hope you guys too. And if you did, please hit that like button and the subscribe button with notifications bell on if you want to see more cool Lego creations built by me. But anyways, guys, it's just off signing out.
Riding on the road with a $sign.